scene, and tonight, first-hand accounts of terror, chaos, and carnage on a Southern California Christmas Eve. The terror slowly giving way now to shock and sadness. The chaos slowly lifting as authorities learn more about the man who dressed as Santa, armed himself with 4 guns and a makeshift flamethrower, booby-trapped cars, and then proceeded to bring fiery vengeance to the family we're told he once loved. New details tonight from Thelma Gutierrez.
Their frantic screams for help coming from the inside of this home. These are the transcripts of the 911 call. He's shooting, he's shooting. 24 people are at a Christmas party when a man dressed as Santa Claus goes on a rampage. The panicked caller tells the 911 operator she knows the shooter. His name is Bruce Pardo. He's my ex-brother-in-law. He's still shooting. He's knocking out the lights. He came in through the entrance of the door in a Santa Claus suit. I didn't see them when he shot. Police say 45-year-old Bruce Pardo went to the Christmas party dressed as Santa because he knew it was an annual family tradition. When an 8-year-old girl opens the door, Pardo pulls out a semi-automatic weapon and shoots her. The caller tells the operator, "My daughter's been shot in the face. She was shot in the face and she's bleeding." Police say Pardo then begins shooting at everyone in sight. Some hide under furniture, others jump from windows to escape. Then he pulls out a canister of racing fuel disguised as a holiday package.
The package he had appears to be a homemade pressurized device.
The 2-story home belonging to Pardo's former in-laws is engulfed in flames. The bodies of 9 people are burned so badly they have to be identified using dental records. Pardo is also severely burned.
He suffered 3rd-degree burns on both arms. It also appears that the Santa Claus suit that he was wearing did melt onto his body.
Pardo flees to his brother's house, but investigators discover he had an elaborate escape plan.
Pardo did have $17,000 of cash saran wrapped to his legs or concealed inside of a girdle that he was wearing. He also had a plane ticket for a flight, on an early morning flight, Thursday, Christmas morning, from LAX to Canada.
He hadn't counted on suffering 3rd-degree burns himself. Unable to escape, Pardo fatally shoots himself in the head. His motive for the rampage? A failed marriage and a bitter divorce that had just been finalized.
Thelma, he'd been planning this for some time, and you mentioned that recent bitter divorce. Was there a history of violence, though, between the couple?
Police, Erica, say that they looked into the couple's history. They say they did not find any restraining order, anything like that. But that didn't mean that there wasn't a history between the couple themselves. They say that he absolutely was planning this. They went through his things and they found detailed manuals with drawings and plans for how to carry out these devices and how to make them.
So how to make those devices, and we know that he was planning on escaping after that. Any information on whether or not he planned to continue this rampage and hurt anyone else after leaving this home?
Yes, absolutely. When police went to look through his car, they actually found a Santa suit inside that car. They say that Santa suit was booby-trapped to set off hundreds of rounds of ammunition. When they were going through it, trying to detonate it, the ammunition did go off. It destroyed the vehicle, burned it completely, but thankfully none of the investigators or the officers were injured in any of this.
Amazing they weren't harmed. It's so disturbing. Thelma Gutierrez, thanks. Up next, our 360.
Authorities are searching for the motive behind a Christmas Day tragedy in Texas. 4 women and 3 men were found shot to death in their home, apparently after opening their Christmas gifts. Reporter Ben Russell of our NBC affiliate KXAS-TV joins us live now from the scene in Fort Worth suburb of Grapevine, Texas. And Ben, here, any idea in terms of motive? I know it's early.
It's still early in this investigation, obviously, though this did play out some almost 24 hours ago. No, there is no known motive, at least as one that police are telling us about. There is also no outward sign of the horrible tragedy that unplayed right through this sliding glass and door frame here of this apartment complex in Grapevine. Again, you described as a suburb of Fort Worth and Dallas here in greater North Texas. Here is what we do know at this point. No one heard any of the gunshots that were fired inside of this home. Someone from inside of the home called 911 around 11:30 yesterday morning, but that person did not speak into the phone. An operator then sent police, Grapevine, Texas police, here to this scene to go in and investigate, and they found the scene that we've been talking about now. We also have information that the suspected shooter in this case, a middle-aged man, may have been dressed as Santa Claus, though Grapevine police have not confirmed that information for us at this point this morning. The 7 victims are all reportedly related. Again, 4 women and 3 men between the ages of 15 and 58 years old. They were all found inside of this apartment, though we're told not all of them lived here at this apartment. Their bodies were found in what was otherwise the evidence of a normal Christmas morning. There were Christmas presents that had been unwrapped, and there was paper strewn about the room. Police did also find 2 handguns on the floor of the apartment in the living room, again, which is just behind this apartment behind me here. Again, the big question obviously is the motive in this case. Perhaps it may never be known. We do expect to learn more information from Grapevine police later this morning, but obviously no doubt a very sad situation in this town on Christmas morning, which calls itself the Christmas capital of Texas. Richard.
Ben, this is horrific. What have the neighbors said? What is that small part of the town you're talking about like, and what do we know about the gunman? Was he among the dead there?
He had been found among the dead. That is what Grapevine police told us yesterday evening. He is believed to be the suspected shooter. He may have killed the other 6 and then turned a gun on himself. As far as what neighbors are saying, I mean, I can show you a bit here, Richard. This is a sort of tight-knit, very packed-together apartment complex. We have spoken to several neighbors who are waking up this day after Christmas morning. They're all asking us what happened. They're speaking about a tragedy, something like this they would not otherwise expect. On the other side of this apartment complex, there is a brown fence, and beyond that is a high school here, Colleyville Heritage High School, which is noted to be one of the best high schools in the entire North Texas region. People move here because this is a safe community, and they're saying obviously they have to question that given what happened yesterday.
All right. KXAS reporter Ben Russell with the very latest on that. We'll continue to follow that for you. Thank you, Ben.